Hello, this is Jackson. Welcome back to the channel where I kind of show off my collection, unbox some stuff, and just in general kind of just, display what I have. But anyway, this video will be my Nintendo Switch collection right before the Switch 2 comes out. Obviously, it's been just over 8 years since the Switch 1 came out, and the Switch 1 came out in 2017. I was in middle of high school, so I have had quite a lot of time to accumulate some games and special editions and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be showing off each shelf individually. Here's kind of a small pan. You got games at the top. I've got my collector's editions kind of right there in the middle. And then moving downward, it's just kind of, whatever fits wherever. Starting off with this first row of games, I have all of my first party physically released Nintendo Switch games up on these top shelves in order of when they came out. So, as you can see here, this was actually my original Breath of the Wild Switch copy, and I had it signed by Zelda's voice actress. So that's pretty neat. I like to keep that on display. This looks like it's about 2017, 2018 games. Over here we get into 2019, 2020. And then ending here with the latest release as of now being Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. This is the final first party Switch game released without the Switch 2. And what constitutes being a part of this little section is pretty much having the little Nintendo spine, or the Nintendo logo on the spine. You'll notice here there are a few games that do not have that logo. For instance, right here, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2020. Technically, it doesn't have the Nintendo spine, but it's got Mario characters, so I kind of include it in there. I believe over here, same thing, Mario Rabbids, it has the Ubisoft on the spine, but I just keep it with these games anyway. But then down here, probably the two weirdest ones I have are Doom and Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch. Now you're probably thinking, those are Bethesda games, those aren't Nintendo games. But both of them, as you can see on the back, right above the mature, it does say published by Nintendo. So I include them anyway. I just have to figure out where to put them in the stack. As you can see here, I have my Zelda Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. I keep those sealed because they're really nice looking. I have my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Special Edition with the Pro Controller. Moving over here, we've got kind of my other random Switch games. Just other stuff I've played on the console. And then here are some Steelbooks. Then we have Let's Go Eevee Special Edition, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, Fire Emblem Warriors, that Special Edition. Moving down, we have my Breath of the Wild Special Edition, not the Masters Edition. I was not able to get one of those. I was able to get the Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition. So that's this box here. This little box is actually a Japan-only Detective Famicom Special Edition. That's pretty neat. We got Fire Emblem Three Houses. We have Fire Emblem 25th anniversary, or no, 30 anniversary. Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. Over here we have Fire Emblem Engage, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Metroid Dread. Then moving over here, we have the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition Collector Set. This was only available in Europe. This was not a United States, North America release. To the right of that, I have my Switch OLED and then my original Nintendo Switch. Moving down another layer, I have a sealed Danganronpa Collection Special Edition. We have a Link's Awakening Special Edition. I have Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. I still have yet to open that, play with it. I kind of heard it's a little bit underwhelming. And then right over there, we have Hollow Knight Collector's Edition, and I believe that was from Fangamer. Moving on to this shelf, it's a lot of Nintendo Switch Online controllers. So I believe these are both N64. We have the original NES right here. And then obviously the Super Nintendo. I have my green and pink Joy-Cons, yellow Joy-Cons. I believe these are charging grips. Yep. Charging grips, gray Joy-Cons, just some extra accessories. Down on this shelf, we kind of have my Switch Pro controller collection. So we have the Splatoon 2, Xenoblade 2, Monster Hunter Rise, Splatoon 3, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and then I actually have two Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition controllers. One of them is opened, one of them is sealed. Moving on to the right over here, I have Starlink Battle for Atlas. This is the Star Fox version that is only on the Nintendo Switch. And then moving right, I have my Switch Lite that is golden and Zelda themed. So that one's pretty cool. Down on this bottom shelf, I have my Persona 4 Golden Special Edition from Limited Run Games. And it's hard to tell, but I do have the Persona 3 Limited Run Games Special Edition right behind it. And then that's just kind of my Switch case. You do notice that there is a lot of empty space on these shelves, but I am planning on getting Switch 2 and those games and those special editions, so a lot of it will eventually be filled. I do have the Ring Fit Adventure. It's not even a special edition, this is just how the game came out. And then over here, I do have all 4 Nintendo Labo kits. I don't know if I'll ever open these or when, but I just know once you open them, they lose a lot of value, and they are also, they like take up a lot of space. The last little bit I want to show, and I will probably be making a video of this all on its own, because it's one of my cooler aspects of my collection. But I have an entire display case with nearly every single amiibo that has been released in the past 10 years. So like I said, I will probably be making its own video for this. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for watching my little Switch collection. I'm hoping, you know, as I kind of fill it out, I'm missing about 5 first-party games. You know, maybe I'll make some shorts or just some unboxing on those. And then stay tuned because the Switch 2 is coming out this week. I am super excited for it. And I'm hoping to be making a lot of unboxing videos for that.